Hey guys, welcome back to the groom's room, where the wedding isn't just about the bride, but it's about the groom too. I am heading to the Honest Pint, an Irish pub in Chattanooga, Tennessee, meeting up with Jonathan Vatt, your other groom's room host, Axel Marshall of Axel Marshall Productions, and Skipper of 148 Films. They are fellow wedding videographers here in town, our fierce competitors, and we are going to talk a little bit today about wedding videography, what we do best. So come along with us. If your bride hasn't already asked you guys, you might be asked to choose the videographer. So we got some special guests today, our frenemies, Axel Marshall of Axel Marshall Productions and Skipper of 148 Films, and as always, Mr. Vatt and myself.
We're hoping to learn all of their tricks and steal them.
We're gonna lie about everything.
So here are the top 8 ways you can ensure to get the most value out of your wedding videographer. First look. Now a lot of brides will tell me, I don't know if they talk to you about this, but they're wary of doing a first look because they want their groom to have that amazing experience seeing her walk down the aisle. And what I tell brides is it's totally different. First look and seeing you walk down the aisle are 2 totally different things.
As a groom, we did a first look and I cried. And I saw my wife walk down the aisle and I cried.
Yeah, it's a completely different moment. I mean, when she's walking down the aisle, you know, she's there with her dad in most cases. You see your mom on the front row crying. You see her family. You've got all your friends looking at you. With a first look, you get a lot of things on your timeline done and out of the way, and your day is much more relaxed and more chill.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the other side of the coin where we didn't do a first look. And because I wanted to have that moment of seeing her walk down the aisle, and going back, I wish we did one because we ran out of a lot of time.
And you get to see the person who you're most comfortable with during the most stressful day of your life. And that helps just relieve and relax everybody.
Yeah. Hire the right people.
Your wedding day for you and your bride is surrounded by people that you've only met maybe once, possibly twice in your entire life. And so it's really important to have people that are professionals that have been through a wedding day and have the experience. Experience is so important when it comes to hiring your vendors because they know what to expect. They know when something does go wrong. Lord, hope it doesn't ever happen, but they know how to handle it. We're spending 10 hours with you in some of the most intimate moments of your life, and you can't just pass that off to Uncle Johnny. You want to have somebody that knows how to act in those moments, somebody that knows how to work as a team in those moments too, but also make you feel comfortable and work with the team and make them feel comfortable too. We've run into professionals who are really incredible at the final product, but it's really hard to work throughout the day with that person, and we want to be a joy to work with throughout the day and produce an excellent product.
Yeah. Hiring somebody that isn't not only just professional, but somebody that does weddings a lot. Because there are plenty of professionals out there that shoot photo and shoot a lot of video for corporate stuff, but weddings are a totally different monster.
Relax.
Relaxation is key on wedding day. I know that there is always a huge feel of tension in the air, no matter what's going on or who the couple is. Rarely is it like no stress. And I think one of the ways that you can relax through the day is making sure that your vendors are people that can really help surround you with positive energy and keep you focused on that relaxation, enjoying your day.
I think the big word there is trust. Like you've hired us because you trust us, and if you trust us, you're not going to be stressed out over what we're trying to do.
Pace your drinking. So I'm sure all of us have stories of the drunk groom or the drunk groomsman. We're not going to go into any details, but it's a big day. Most guys are very nervous on this day, and a little bit of alcohol can help calm you down, but some guys take it a little too far.
There's a fine line between enjoying the day and spending time with your boys and being respectful to your bride-to-be and the family, because you are going to have to stand on stage and recite heartfelt vows and stand up for 30 minutes at a time.
And you want to remember and enjoy that.
Absolutely, yeah. The video is not just for you to forget the rest of the day and you can remember it later. Yeah, I really don't have a lot of grooms that drink too much, but a lot of groomsmen. And that's where it's like they're just there for the party, man, and they tend to kind of go overboard. And I've seen a lot of brides, like it's a respect thing for her. That she's the one kind of the highlight for the day. It's your bride to be, and you don't want any of your boys making her day miserable. So there's that fine line of enjoyment and chaos.
Yeah, keep your groomsmen in check, because I've actually had a wedding that ended about 2 hours early because of the groomsmen. Well, there was one groomsman in particular that got a little crazy and during the reception, and the bride was like, that's it, I'm done.
Just say yes and just say no. So just say yes to golden hour. I will sometimes approach a bride and groom during their reception and tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, in about 10 minutes, let's head out here behind the barn or whatever and get some good shots of the sunset. It's the best light on earth, and it's only gonna happen for about 30 minutes on your wedding day.
I know I've put 60-70% of a video together just out of footage we took at golden hour.
What I encourage brides to say no to is to an aggressive photographer or videographer who's like, no, go out there in that swamp, get ankle deep. You know, I've had photographers very aggressive, and then the bride's like, oh, I don't know, but okay, I'll do it because you said so. So I can kind of tell when that bride is and the groom's really uncomfortable, but they're like, well, they're a professional, so.
And that discomfort will come over on film. If you are uncomfortable, we will see it.
Support your bride.
So the groom's primary role in the entire marriage is to leave his family, and he's creating a new family. He's joining with his bride as one. And the whole wedding day is centered around a lot of the bride's feelings, wishes, desires. But there's gonna be a lot of other outside influence from family, from friends, from parents, from vendors. They're gonna come after that bride with questions and details, and she's gonna get a little overwhelmed, most likely. So grooms, do yourself a favor and discuss with your bride what her wishes and what her desires are for the day. Come up with a game plan that the two of you can work on and help her stick with it, because things are gonna get really stressful and she might cave on things that she really doesn't wanna do. I mean, going back to the wandering through the weeds, she may really not want to do that, but she won't know how to say no. So support your bride.
And that's another thing too, is like when she's stressed out, you're her comfort. You are her protection, her go-to guy. So make sure you're also present in those moments too throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. Tell your story. So I use a story as sort of the skeleton of your film. I use toasts, letters, vows, if you've got personalized vows that you've written. And without story, I've just got a music video.
Before that, one of the things we do is build that relationship to understand kind of how you and your bride met, and kind of bring out that personality that you two have that helps create those images that you want to see when you're 70, 80, Lord willing, 90 years old.
And one thing is, don't be shy to tell your story to us, because I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it's not interesting, you don't want to hear all that.
You know, if you don't have toasts during the reception, or you don't have, you know, some of the key dances, father, daughter, mother, son, maybe you don't have a very long ceremony, or a lot of just, you know, different moments that happen during the day. We might be there 10 hours, but we don't get as much content as we would on some other, you know, fully active weddings. So there's a lot going on.
Maximize your timeline. So the best way for you and your bride to avoid getting stressed is to have a timeline where you know when things are happening, and a timeline that's sort of padded with some extra time so that you're not so stressed out if you get behind schedule a little bit.
We get lost, especially if we're shooting golden hour. You're just like, this is amazing, and you get lost in the moment, and you're just there for, you know, you have a 3-hour golden hour, and you totally lose track of time. And so having somebody there to say, hey, we got 10 minutes, hey, we got 5 more minutes.
Making sure that hair and makeup is structured to end at a certain time to maximize all the rest of your day, because if your hair and makeup runs over, everything else gets pushed back.
Skip can go, and then I can pee. Okay, we appreciate, no, that's it. Once again, can you close it? Check out their links in the comments. Shoot.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Grooms Room show today. My name is Jameson Braley, and we are excited to be able to just educate you on how to be a better groom. We want to thank Axel Marshall and Skip Skipper for coming today, and we hope that you guys are going to be the best groom that you can be.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm Jameson Brawley, not Braley.
It's Brady.
That's a great closer, thank you.
We should just hire Skip to do all of our intros.
So we're here with you. You was funny. Okay.
You're just